The Amazon Conservation Team presents Living Territories, a podcast series that recounts the dreams behind the processes of official expansion and establishment of indigenous territories in Colombia. In this episode, the inhabitants of the Iburodó Las Playas Indigenous Reserve in Antioquia tell us what the official declaration of their territory meant and what it will provide to the families of their community. In Antioquia, in the middle of the mountains of Urabá, the Iburodó Las Playas Reserve of the Emberá people is hidden. There, about 100 families have finally had their territory officially recognized. These lands have nourished hundreds of generations of Emberá and give them their identity.
I belong to this land. I want to be here watching my children grow up. I want them to be leaders, to feel Emberá. We are part of this territory, and it is part of our identity, and we must respect it. As authorities, we must understand that there is both land and a dream that belongs to this reserve.
The words of Silvia Newagita Domicó, an Emberá traditional knowledge keeper. For her, the territory arose from the place from which the earth itself originated. It is the place from which the dreams of the community and the Emberá families who will walk the reserve grow.
Que no entregaron a un gobernador y a una mujer que llegan a entregar eso, claro.
For me, it feels as if I were the older sister. Really, because I am thinking about all that. It was really difficult. But in any case, I also have to be there to learn and support my community. Delivering all those papers that arose through a process to a woman governor and to a woman who manages that process, of course, it is very important.
The words of Maria Flor Bailarín, an artisan and the first female governor of the reserve. For her, receiving the documentation of the official establishment of Las Playas was equivalent to reaching the mountaintop. Maria Flor represents hundreds of women who, with effort and perseverance, typical of the Emberá women of the region, have moved forward toward the realization of the territory.
Que haya como más territorio para nosotros los niños que están creciendo.
They taught us what we had to do, to avoid burning much land, to cultivate something and not to burn the land. They also taught us what we had to sow as crops, to plant a lot of corn and plant a lot of plantains, many things that are produced in our territory. So that's what we don't want to lose. May we continue recovering, and may there be more territory for us, the children who are growing up. May there be expansion of land for the families. In the reserve, may the children also continue growing and know the meaning of land and working the land for themselves and have their own family there too.
The words of community member Jurlei Domicó. Today, through years of struggle, the Emberá are allowed to inhabit their territory. They will be able to feel secure in a territory that is bonded to their cosmology, their life, and their identity. Silvia continues.
To protect our land, our Mother Earth, we must work as one to recover our identity. Our elders say that we cannot forget these customs, the language, the crafts, the culture, and the water, so that this strength is not lost. We must work with the teachers and the community to fight for our identity and our community work. We have to be indigenous and feel like indigenous people, representing our ethnic group. We cannot forget that.